It's a great day here at KEKFILA's YouTube channel. I am the KEKFILA. Today I have with me the Luffy TV. How are you doing today?
Good, bro. Good. Yeah, it's funny that I have so many people that mess that up. They're like, "Oh, do I call you the Luffy TCG or the Luffy TV?" And I'm
hmm
like, "Dude, either one doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's a
Twitch
couple of
is
them.
one, YouTube's the other."
There's
Yeah.
there's a couple of Luffys.
Yeah.
I almost try to say Ian from now on,
Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
think that's a good way to go about it. But I have Ian here, and if you guys didn't see our last video from last week, this is Mulligan Monday. We go over 100 Mulligan hands for a specific deck, and I have today Gecko Moria. I do want to say, please use the timestamps down below to navigate through the video. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video when navigating through. So with that, there was some interesting data I had last week with Red Purple Law and showing how a consistent deck could actually be and how good a starting strength of any hand would be. Because my main concern with this game is how can you prepare before the game, either with your deck list or two, the mulligan. That's the only two things you can control before the game actually starts. And when it comes to Gecko Moria, I think it's a very consistent deck, and I have Luffy here with me, not because he's some famous, handsome live streamer, because he actually has some good accolades. He's very good at Gecko Moria, and I think that'd be a really good compromise we come to on the
Yeah.
channel. So.
Yeah. I think that I know for a fact there's like better Moria players. However, I know that I put my time in with this deck and I have just tried it over and over and over again. And it does feel as though mulligans are I would say pretty standard to a degree,
Mhm.
but it does feel like there are some unique matchup dependencies.
Mhm.
But it really boils down to there's two very important cards to
Mhm.
see, and not seeing those is pretty rough sometimes.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And with this isn't exactly a guide, but you're going to learn a lot of things about the deck and how it operates going forward, especially with the mulligan. So if you guys learn anything, just say you learned something in the comments, because I felt that way when I actually with Red Purple Law. But we're actually going to go over a specific deck list. I first wanted to choose a deck list we can at least agree on. I know that a lot of Moria deck lists change between 5 or so cards, and I think most net deckers will just go whatever Chris Sock played last. Right? I think that would be a very safe bet. Whatever Chris Sock topped with last, they're gonna try it.
Yeah,
Right, at least.
yeah.
So I
I mean,
know.
he's insane. Like
Mhm.
as far as a Gecko player is concerned, he's got those minute decision making processes down packed. And I do think like our lists are very very similar. We
Mhm.
do differ on like slight ratios, but I mean, I think really what it boils down to at the end of the day with Gecko Moria for the most part
Mhm.
is, mulligans are very important, but at the same time, it's your those minute decision making moments where you're what am I sending to trash? What am I returning to the bottom of the deck?
Mhm.
When am I using particular cards? And yeah, I think Chris is just a master at that. And
Mhm.
I like to think that I use the deck to like 90% potential, and he
Mhm.
uses it to like 100%. And
Yeah,
I'm like, ooh, I'm getting there.
understood. Great. With that, let's go over actually an ideal hand. If we were to choose the ideal hand, I have two things actually: ideal hand in general and ideal hand into law, because law is pretty popular and it's a slightly
Yeah.
different thing. But I do want to say that a lot of things can change, especially if you're playing against Luffy or Nell. You actually might choose something a little more taller, a little bit more obnoxious. So you might actually even play things like Isho. And going into OPO7, I know the deck list does it really change too much. I know they put like another event in, but
It changes a little bit. Isho does become very relevant in OPO7 simply because you are going to be playing against a lot of deck lists that are going to have larger hand size, such as Enel, Black Yellow Luffy.
Yep.
I wouldn't really say so much RP Law, but you end up going a little taller into those matchups. But Isho is a really nice card just because you can pull 2 out of your opponent's hand.
Mm,
And it's also a good substitution because, like, even with sort of the consistency of seeing Gecko
mm,
Moria through Sindri and, brand new and putting it into
mm,
trash and getting it back with Hogback, just having an extra 8 cost card that's a big body play that
mm.
also like does a really relevant action is just
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say as well with Gecko Moria, does your Mulligan choice change based off of going first or second at all?
I feel like that's really dependent on whether I wouldn't say it's like I wouldn't say it changes too much per se, but
Mm,
it does a little bit if you're running the Borsalino package versus the Rebecca package.
okay.
That's where going second really does change.
Okay.
Rebecca doesn't really affect the going second very much as it could potentially be more useful in going
Mm,
first, but
mm,
I
yeah.
feel like your mulligans are relatively like
Yeah.
previously when everyone was on the Borsalino, we used to go like, okay, you find your Navy cards when going second, and you find your Thriller Bark when going first. Like that was
Okay.
kind of
And
like
and
yeah.
usually you're choosing to go first almost every matchup, I think,
In
right?
in almost every matchup, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it's really the ones that you go second are weird.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, they're really weird matches.
Okay. Yeah. What matches would you say you'd choose to actually go second?
So one of the worst matchups this deck has is Black Yellow Luffy. Personally speaking, I like to do the starve tactic and play second against Black Yellow Luffy to try
Okay.
and get Moria down on curve. It also
Okay.
stops them from doing like the Luffy leader ability Moria play on curve.
Okay.
So it still isn't amazing though, because sometimes dependent on what Black Yellow Luffy draws into, even going second still not gonna win you that
Yeah.
matchup.
Yeah.
It's tough.
And as Black
Yeah.
Yellow Luffy, someone plays that. I actually will choose to go first to stop Gecko from going wide because that strategy
Yeah.
seems to be more annoying to me
Yeah.
than the starve strategy. But it's still a strategy we have to think about. So that is there any other things you can think about? Maybe like I mean, obviously
Sakazuki.
if you're seeing Perona, you don't want to go first against Sakazuki.
Not at all.
Okay,
Not at all. You want to go second. Getting that 8 cost Moria down on curve is like
okay,
unbelievable.
okay,
It puts a kind of like a thorn in their side trying to remove it. It kind of almost forces Ice Age occasionally.
yeah,
And if they don't have that, which is normally not that,
yeah,
it's normally pretty common that they don't have it simply because it's like a one of or
two of
even a
yeah.
two of in deck. So yeah, that's going second in Sakazuki for sure. And just being able to play like the Hina
Mm,
into leader effect some card
yeah.
is really annoying for
Yeah, you
Saka to
could
deal with.
still Rebecca Hinalucci in this deck too, which is
Yeah.
the tried and
Yeah.
true best combo ever made. But with that, this first thing here is ideal hand in general, and I guess this build seems to not care if you go first or second. You still choose a hand that has Sindri for a mill 5, Perona because that's
Yeah.
a really good first swing card
Yeah.
to do with, Absalom because this card somehow always evades people, right? So it's going to be
Yeah.
super obnoxious. And then obviously, we have the Black Sabo for maybe like a five Dawn curve, and then something to reduce to help with your Absalom. Obviously, we're going to
Yeah.
be drawing cards in between this, so you're going to have other options, but there's that. And then you had some thoughts into Law. You were saying to me before, Rob
Yeah.
Lucci, you should want to see Rob Lucci. You want to see any reducer in order to help you reduce, and so you can use a Rob Lucci. Did you want to talk about that a little bit more as far as that?
Yeah, I feel like Law is the one weird matchup for Gecko Moria. Like I do think that it's favored for Gecko, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, it's a weird matchup simply because you don't keep your usual hand. Like if I see Sindri, obviously I'm always happy to see it, but you RP Law just feels terrible to play against if you don't see any of your removal. And I cannot tell you how many times I have I kept a hand actually in a treasure cup that I was 6-2. Yeah, I was 6-2 and I
Mm-hmm.
was going for 7-2 for, top
Mm-hmm.
64, top 32 potentially.
Mm-hmm.
and I had my my starting hand was 2 Sindries, a I think it was like a Great Eruption and like a Perona and like a Sabo or something. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, cool. Like I'm gonna get what I need off these Sindries. We're looking good. I play both Sindries, and I even played one off of Leader Effect. I did not see a single removal card.
Mm.
Like it just happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just happens. And like guaranteeing that you get one in your, mulligan or in your starting hand is very important.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it. But especially in the law, you need to see removal because if you don't,
Oh yeah.
they're just going to value you and destroy you. So,
Yep.
But first, I want to thank my patrons. My patrons are the reason I'm able to make these videos. Thank you so much, Wraith and Paul, for the Prime, and Anthony, Chair, and Kyle. They're in the One Piece Pro tier. And thank for the rest of you for the great chicken sandwiches you're supporting me with. Join the Discord and see what we're cooking up. We have guides coming out starting in June for OPO7.
They just build this massive board, and you're like, all right, I lose. Good game.
Yep. Well, with that good game, let's jump into these. We're going to do 100 of these. We have a spreadsheet that Ian's going to help me with, and at the end of it, I will be telling you guys how often we're mulliganing. I think 100 hands, and just so you guys know, I went through and did all these hand individually on the sim and brought these to you guys. Then Ian and I will kind of pick part through. We were going to mulligan, not into mulliganing, and then you guys can at home maybe think of the same thing. Would you mulligan that? Would you not mulligan that? So without further ado, let's jump into the goo. I do want to show the premise. I have these little check marks here. I'm going to add these here. Would you mulligan or not mulligan this hand?
I would be getting rid of this.
Okay, and just so you know, when I'm saying this, I would say no is we're not keeping, yes is we're keeping. Just so that's for people at home. So same thing with this one. Would you mulligan or not mulligan this?
Oh, this is actually kind of an interesting hand. I think that there's maybe a matchup where I would keep this in an L all day, like against an L. Yeah, thank you. I'll keep it. But I don't know. Against those other matchups, it's not an awful start, but it's not optimal. So
yeah, but just imagine it's not the sim. You're looking at these 5 cards in your hand. Is it just an instinct yes or no?
Yeah, it's tough. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no.
Okay, no. The next one's no. And then here we go. This one.
That's looking a little rough. I just think that starting without Sindri or you got the Perona, but starting without Sindri or brand new is very, very tough. You also don't really have many plays for particular turns. Like I'm gonna say no on this one.
Got it. Yeah, this is a tough no though. I will say this is pretty.
It is tough.
This is pretty close to the middle. I can see a lot of people keeping this one.
Yeah.
All right.
Like I would have kept against an L. Like that's what I'm saying is like there's just some of those matchups.
This one though.
I like this. I like it a lot. The tough part is that you're kind of unfortunately banking on Sindri getting you a Thriller Bark card though.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a lot of the game, right? So
a lot of. I mean, that's why I say like if you have a Sindri and another like either Hogback or Perona, it's normally like it feels like a good keep depending on what the other 3 are.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one. Don't counter.
Greedy. It's greedy. I would say no.
Yeah, it's very greedy.
Very greedy. Yeah. Love it. Absolutely love it. This is what I would look at, and I would say, if I had a Sabo instead of the Lucci, this is like a perfect hand.
Yeah,
like,
and this is terrible because you're probably gonna ditch this anyway. So yeah. Oh,
this isn't bad.
Yeah, you have the brand new.
You have your brand new. You do have the Hogback for a turn 1 play if you're going odds. Yeah, I don't hate this. You also have the brand new brand new into leader effect for turn 3 if you didn't want to do Sabo, depending on what you drew into.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
It's tough. That's a no.
Okay.
That's a no.
Got it. Ooh.
Yeah. See,
double brand new. This is this is where the game sucks.
This is a weird one. I would say no because you have the Ice Age and Great Eruption, but your brand news are only going to find you those Navy cards.
Yeah. So your searches are kind of dead.
Exactly. Yeah. So that one's I don't like starting off with double Kuzans. I like to try and
Yeah.
get one of those into trash
Okay.
if possible,
Sure.
but no, double Kuzan, I'd say no.
Okay, that's it might be a tough because the other 3 cards look good, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
no,
Okay, no.
no. So
Yeah.
you're not seeing your Sindri. You got the Ice
Yeah.
Age. You know what's weird, actually? If we go back to that really fast, the weird thing about this is that I actually would keep this against Uta.
Okay.
I would keep this against Uta. Ice Age is such an important card against that matchup, and Hina is really nice to be able to go wide. So I actually would keep this against Uta, but any other matchup, no.
Okay. All right.
I'm out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's not awful, but man, just these Kuzans. There's so many Kuzans in these. Like, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. What the heck, Chris?
Yeah.
The heck's this list? Man, this is one I'd be like, if I mulligan into, I wouldn't be mad about it. But when I mulligan this,
Yeah, I think this is like a middle ground where I personally am not
okay.
upset about having this against RP Law, but otherwise, I don't know. It's not bad. I would keep it.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Ugh. No.
It's almost there.
It's almost there. Oh my god, yes, all day.
Okay, yeah, double Sindri. You love double Sindri.
Like no, it only had one, I believe.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it was just two girls. It was just 2 girls. Sorry.
Ice Age. This is just that's fantastic.
This one doesn't look. It has a brand new Annapurna.
Yeah,
but the double Kuzan makes it like really rough.
It's so bricky, but like you can cycle it out. I don't hate it.
Would you keep?
I feel like it's yet again another matchup one.
Okay.
This is like I gotta have the most unique matchup to have this.
Okay, got it.
This honestly isn't an awful hand.
Hmm.
This really isn't an awful hand.
Real
like
quick.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like going second, I'm not mad. Going first, still not that mad. Yeah, you got plays.
Yeah, I keep it.
I'd keep it. Yeah.
Yeah, just it's very low to the ground. Has options.
Yep.
With this one,
I don't know. I think this one's gonna be in the words of what's his name, Jesse or something Jackson, Randy Jackson. That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
No for me, dog. Okay, got it. Next one. Oh, it's terrible. Against Law.
Bricky.
No, yes, but against nothing against no. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Super bricky.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
It's probably the best hand we've seen.
Yeah.
So far.
I would say like second best, but there was one that was like, so good.
This one's also pretty good.
Keeping that. 100%.
Yeah, you have like everything you need here, actually.
You see a Sindri and Perona, you're looking pretty solid.
Yeah.
This actually isn't awful, but I'm still gonna say no.
Really?
Yeah, the only reason this one's tough.
Well, you have a Sindri, you can hog back first turn just to get a body out there.
Correct. The tough part about this is like you're really relying on your Sindri here.
Okay.
Like you're getting just way too reliant on it because the rest of your hand's not going to connect.
Okay. Good. Yeah, as long as we're okay mulliganing it. Yep. Wow. There's no Miller.
There's no Miller, but it's interesting.
You're gonna call out like a ton of hogbacks and then have Absaloms.
I'd say no.
Okay.
But it is interesting.
We're thinking very general, yeah.
Yeah.
With this one, it's just reducers. The Great Eruption could fix this. That's the problem. The Great Eruption just
yeah. I mean, like your leader effect gets you there.
Yeah,
but
you'd see this. You'd mulligan. Yeah, you'd see this in mulligan. Yeah.
See, this is a weird one because like Anel, I'm keeping this all day.
Ranu's good here because it's gonna see a lot of options, and you'll be able to hog back whatever else.
Yeah.
Would you keep it? Probably not.
I'd probably say no because in most matchups it's very greedy.
Yep.
I actually don't hate this. This is a nice hand.
You have at least Perona, and you can go for late.
And you can cycle out one of your Luchis or your one of your Morias.
Yeah, this hand's very funny. I think this is one of those SMH hands. Yeah, shake my hand.
Damn, the sim was doing. I like this hand.
Yeah,
I like this hand.
Like 100, you know. So this hand's good. Okay, yeah. Best is yet to come.
I love it.
Good. Yeah,
I love it. Yeah, it's a good hand. There's a gray hand too.
Yeah. So you have 2 Millers.
Yeah, 2 Millers, and so you got turn 1, turn 3 play. I mean, that's great. You go into your 7 or 6 dawn, you got plenty of action too. So
This
Um,
one's
it's a
really
little
rough.
greedy. Yeah, really
Yeah.
greedy.
Matchup.
Like you can afford to be a little greedy with Moria. You just that's a bit much.
Yeah. Okay. I
uh,
this is
no,
not very good. Yeah.
no, yeah. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks similar to a hand that we saw earlier, but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
This isn't bad. I like any Absalom Hina combination in hand. It's
Mhm.
not an automatic keep, but
But
it's
it's
it
good.
make you should think
Mhm.
because it's a phenomenal play. Turn 3, turn 4.
Yeah.
So
And you have options here. So
yeah,
I think
brand new
it looks
gets you
good.
there.
Yeah.
hmm
Oh. Huh.
I uh I don't know. I would say no
Okay.
personally.
Got it. It's almost
Yeah,
there. It's almost there.
it is. That's a great hand. You don't have your mill, but it's almost too good of a hand to
Yeah.
let go.
You have Sabo for later. He's your mill, you know?
Yeah.
So this one's you have no
I'd
early
say
play.
I'd say the only, and this is a very weird take here, okay? This is
Uh,
probably why I lose some of the mirror matches occasionally. I would keep this in the mirror.
oh, so you can just
Yeah.
Sabo each other out.
Double
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sabo, the Hina into another character
Okay.
play is nasty.
Yeah.
So, like, it's a weird one. I would only
Mhm.
keep this in the
Okay.
mirror.
I'll keep number 39 in the middle, but let's put it a no.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a great hand.
That's fantastic.
You
That's a
could
great
you
hand.
can definitely beat up some decks with that.
Yeah, you got great plays there.
Mm,
If Asuru was a Sindri, 100% I keep, but uh,
yeah.
yeah. That I like it.
I
It's
like
not a
it too.
bad hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could even use Rebecca and play brand new if you don't want to play it right away. Yeah, on
Right.
like your next turn. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. That would actually be like, I don't know. That might be like I might love that hand against a Yamato.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. Yeah, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
Like I might love that against a
Yeah.
Yamato.
Yeah.
I'd cycle the 8 cost, but
Mhm.
yeah, I'd like it. Um that's probably a
Yeah.
no. Yeah, probably a no. It's just
Yeah.
a little you're banking way too much on luck.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
This one I
it's great.
like.
It's
Sindri,
great.
brand new
Yep.
options.
Yeah, that's a good hand.
Ooh.
This one also against Yamato, but no, this is not bad either. I would take this in the mirror. I
Okay.
would take this in Yamato.
You could see it in a handful of matchups. Yeah.
Yeah, this has play.
This has play, has legs.
hmm
I mean, the great thing too, a
hmm
lot of times you can just Great Eruption just to get that in the trash, so you can build
Yeah.
up a hog back turn.
Yep.
Oh wow, this one's really weird.
It is weird.
Keepable? No.
I would say if I was evens, like if I was going second, I would
Mhm.
actually keep this,
Okay.
but odds no way. Yeah.
Let's just put this. Let's put this one as yes then, because that
Sure.
at least we'll have like one evens one.
The reason why I would keep it even is because you do Sindri turn 1 and then Great Eruption into more than likely some Thriller Bark that you got off Sindri.
Yeah.
And then you're kind of looking you're good. You might be able to Absalom
Okay.
something that was played. I like it.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
No.
Yeah, we had like one of these earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not awful.
Not awful. Which keep
It's
so.
yeah. It feels like a mid hand. Like
Yeah,
you
like
want it to be it's almost there.
yeah, there's a lot of bad hands here. The more I'm doing this, the more I'm like willing to keep like middling hands. You know.
Yeah,
So
the tough part is like this is a hand that you would actually kind of have a tough time mulliganing because you know that you could do better, but this is just like
mm,
it's tough. You almost want to
yeah,
keep it because you don't know if you could do better.
yeah, exactly. I think
Yeah.
yeah, this might be tough. I'm gonna put this as yes. That's okay because I feel like a lot of it's really tough. This
Yeah.
one, however, not so tough.
Greedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Greedy.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Maybe
I would keep.
Yeah, yeah. You have
would keep.
options.
It just it's always a shame because like you get these good hands, but you don't have Sindri or brand new, and you're like,
Mhm.
oh,
Yeah.
like
Well,
I
relying
keep,
on
dude.
8 cards is so hard in
Yeah.
a deck of 50.
It's so tough.
Let's see here. This has legs.
I'm keeping it all day.
That's big legs.
That's a great hand. The only
Whoa.
RP Law, that's a RP Law dream right there.
Yeah.
It's not. I think there are games where you wouldn't keep this. I know it sounds weird, but
Mhm.
there are matches where you wouldn't want to keep this because you would just be down
Mhm.
tremendously on cards in hand.
Yeah, but if you're making
But
it so your opponent can't play the game, this is the hand, right?
oh,
So
100%. Yeah.
if they're not allowed to play the game, this is the hand. So I'd say more often than not, people like it so their opponent can't play the game, right? So
fair.
Mirror, yes. Everything else, no.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I would maybe keep this.
Okay.
I would maybe keep this. It's
Yes.
not bad.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
yes. That's it. This is actually perfect
100%.
hand. Like maybe
That's
one
a
card,
great hand.
one perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. This is tough.
I don't hate it.
Which keep?
I don't hate it. I would keep.
Okay.
I don't hate it. Only if I'm going second.
If you go in second because you have something you actually use a Kuzan for.
Only. That's it.
So we'll put this one as a yes for now because this.
Yeah.
Because you have the brand new because you have
yeah.
played on turn
You got
two.
brand new.
Yeah.
You got Kuzan. You've got some plays with Great Eruption afterwards.
Yeah. You know, I have a small saying for the brand new Kuzan combo. It's my brother brand new and then his cousin Kuzan. So it's
my god.
I know it's what we say. So because
I've never heard that
Kuzan cousin. Yeah. Because they end up that most games go brand new then Kuzan. Like it's just really good play. You're drawing a ton of cards. So
that's a good hand.
Yeah, very good.
I'd keep it. That's also
very good going second for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a great
fucking busted. Here we go.
Wow.
This one, 2 Ice Ages suck. Anything with 2 Ice Ages are usually pretty bad.
I would keep it against RP Law just because 2 Ice Age and a Lucci with an Absalom and a Suru. Like, I mean, that's nuts.
Against RP Law, everything else. Maybe an Uta you're playing us against, but that's
that's a good point. Yeah.
But against your other stuff, but it kind of gives people more aspect. I think we have to put an asterisk next to this Mulligan rate because there's a lot of the matchups actually matter.
The matchups are very relevant for this deck.
And Red Purple Law, it didn't matter. It almost didn't matter the matchup.
It's almost, I wouldn't say linear per se, but it is kind of linear to a degree. You're just like, okay, this is the play I want to use on first and second. This is the play I want to do that. And if it doesn't work, then I'm in a bad spot. So.
Exactly. Yeah. But your opponent doesn't know that, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So, but with this one, let's see. You have Sindri. This is perfect hand.
I love it.
Basically perfect.
Love it.
Ooh, this is so bad.
Oh my god.
Might be the worst hand we've seen.
Oh no.
Oh.
Probably not.
Yeah, you can get better hands for sure.
Yeah, love it.
Wow, double Sindri. In case you don't see any. And then do you ever, if you see good stuff off the first Sindri, do you even play the second Sindri? You just
normally it depends. Because there's times where I know that if I do it, I'm gonna lose some of my event cards, and those are really critical in certain matchups. But other times I'm like, rip it. Let's just send it. I want to see like a Lucci in there, or I want to see a Helmeppo or something.
Yeah. But if you see those of the first 5, you're probably just not going to put a second Sindri.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. This one,
I keep it.
Yeah, you could use leader skill all day, literally all day long.
Yep. Get a little bit of everything. I'd keep it 100%.
Yeah. It's not a lot. You're playing both your counter cards, so let's see what you get. I mean, you actually have a good Moria turn because you're going to see your brother brand new and his cousin Kuzan. So that's what we're going for. Oh, this is gross.
I like it.
Yeah.
My only concern is I personally like it, but if you don't draw into removal, it's gonna feel kind of greedy. It's gonna feel like you got a little greedy.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like discarding your opponent's cards is annoying, but and if they kill this card, eventually you just bring it back, and your opponent can never against Red Purple Law. You mulligan this 100% because you don't. They always have a low hand anyway. So
right. This is a tough one actually because this is I would keep.
You see, you see all 5 cards and you say keep. Okay,
I would keep.
Yeah, you go to your first turn. You probably have to swing 8 if you don't have anything. Okay.
No, I would do 6 with, and then leader effect, pray to God.
Pray to
That's what we
God.
do. You know,
Okay.
sometimes you drop the Absalom, and if you don't want to play it, you just don't play it. But
Okay.
otherwise, you get a Perona, and you go, yeah.
Now, this one. Double Gecko, Absalom, Kuzan. Yep.
No.
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 Ooh.
I'd keep it.
That's a good. That's brand new's good. Especially going second. Very good.
Yeah, I'd keep that. Only if I'm going second, but no,
Yeah,
probably not.
No.
That's like a really greedy going second. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's not awful. No, man, you just went to like the great hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just hit yes, go to the next one.
Yes, double yes. Put 2 check marks. Oh my god. Yes, there it is.
We could do that. We could do that.
Yes.
With this one, it's actually doable. You have brand new, you have Absaloms.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this.
Yeah. Good. Let's see here. I think it went too far. No, we're good right here. You have double searcher.
I don't hate it. Yeah.
Okay.
This just lets you find like all the pieces you need.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna either put them in trash or you're gonna get them into hand.
And you guys might do Rebecca play down a brand new. You know, it's one of those
or
awesome
Rebecca
things.
into Helmeppo. Yeah.
Yeah,
nope,
you can. No, I forgot it's based. You can't do that. Yeah. You just can't pick up Helmeppo from the trash.
No, you'd pick up maybe like a Perona, get a 2K counter, and then you play Helmeppo, use leader effect, KO with Absalom. So it's like you got some plays there. I like it.
It's there. Yeah.
That's a good hand.
Very good. Probably one of the better hands we've seen. Yeah.
That's a good one. It's greedy, but I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It's greedy.
It's very greedy, but
yeah.
I think it has. I think you would definitely with what we've seen. We've seen much worse hands. So,
100%. Like I'd probably keep it. Yeah.
Yeah. You may not have kept this as the first hand, but now that's 78th. Now we're thinking. Yeah. Now we're thinking optimistically.
That's
you know.
Yeah.
So let's see. Number 79.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. This is actually a great hand.
Oh, it's very good.
It's a great hand. Yet again, though, it's scary in these moments when you see this, because I can't tell you how many times, more often than not, Sindri does me good here, but occasionally she does me dirty.
Yeah,
and it's like you play Sindri, you don't see any removal. You got this Ice Age and Great Eruption that are getting bricked up in your hand. You trash them using leader effect because you're like, I can't actually just keep this. And then you draw into the removal, and you're like, I hate this game so much.
Yeah.
Every time. No.
Yeah, no.
Ooh, I like it.
I like it too. So it's very good.
Yep. Sindri, Great Eruption, Lucci.
Double Sindri, Hogback. You're gonna pull anything back from that.
Yes.
Double Sindri, Hogback, Absalom. Just another one.
Yep.
Number 85.
Oh, that's actually really tough. That's really tough. I'd probably say no, but this does have like 2 matchups that I would keep this 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably keep this.
See all 5? Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
Probably keep this.
Very good hand.
Yeah, not bad. I hope I see an Absalom off of Sindri or draw.
That's what we need.
It's nasty.
That's what we need. That's all we need.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah. It's just one too many Ice Ages. You know, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the problem going on with some of these. Just one too many Ice Ages in these hands. Yep. So yeah.
Ice Age early is like there's only 1 or 2 matchups that you want to see that. You want to see it in Uta, and you arguably kind of want to see it in Sakazuki if you're going first.
Yeah. It's okay, and then to like Red Purple Law 2 if they rush for their queen or their kid, right? But you need to like see exactly Ice Age and 4 drops. So
yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I like against Red Purple Law that Ice Age Lucci is like bye. Just say goodbye everything. Honestly, this is like one of those mid-tier hands. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad.
I think you have too many options not to, because you can use Perona and then whatever else you mill off of that, then you're Dr. Hog backing that back, and then you have the Ice Age with Absalom. Yeah, I think you definitely keep this.
Yeah.
Great hand. Yep. It's there.
I like it. I
It's
like
there.
it. Yeah. Might have to pitch an event if you don't see some of the
Mm-hmm.
things, but nah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's gonna be a no. Honestly, I'm not mad.
Just you were relying on Sindri, but that's just the game, right? If you
Yeah.
see a Sindri, you're usually thankful, right?
You're
Yeah.
you're like,
Like if
okay,
this was a
you know what?
Perona, now you might be upset, you know. So
Yeah.
Sindri's the only thing that makes this hand viable. Um,
Ah, man, that's actually it's greedy though. Two Luchis is always kind of greedy. Especially when you have a
yeah.
Sabo, like you just have a really you're not well, no, the Sabo gets rid of it, so you know what? I'd keep this.
Yeah, I'm thinking too you Perona, and hopefully you get mill something, and then you could ditch the Lucci, you know,
Y-
right? But
Yeah. I'm just thinking of ditching both Luchis, but I'm
with
like
Sabo, yeah,
yeah, but I'm like you might actually end up ditching one. You maybe keep one
yeah,
depending on
yeah.
the
I mean,
deck.
most of the time it's usually stuck in the hand of Gecko Moria. So
Yeah.
let's think here.
It's not bad.
Yeah, you
It,
have Hina and Great Eruption for Absalom. So
yeah.
yeah, it's not bad. It's just not good at early.
Yep. You're playing for the late game,
You have
later
Perona
stages.
for this one.
Yeah.
I think it has merit.
It does. It does.
Keepable. I think I see
I
these
keep,
5 in my hand.
this is keep. This is
Yeah,
keep.
the Perona makes it so
Yeah.
it's keep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
a
keeping.
lot of reducers. You have the
A lot of
Absalom.
reduction. Mm-hmm. And Sindri's hopefully gonna find you another one. Every turn,
Oh,
you're
perfect
just
hand.
like you said. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, well, almost perfect. Just
That's a good hand.
Victoria and Perona. So
Yeah.
Sindri. Yes,
Hmm.
yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
is
It
that
is. Ugh.
you wouldn't keep this in some matchups?
This is
That's the
funny
problem.
because I think this is the exact hand that I played two Sindris that I was talking about earlier. I
Yeah.
played two Sindris and saw nothing. I think this is the exact hand I kept.
So it's a no. Just kidding.
I don't know. It's
No.
scary, man.
I know
It's
you're
scary.
if you kept that in that game, you're probably keeping it again. Oh, this is
Yeah.
really bad. You literally you can't do anything. Your opponent swings 5, you lose.
Oh, that's awesome. I love this
Yeah.
all day.
And then the
All day.
last
This is the last one.
This is the last one.
I'm keeping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. We went through all 100. We're going to get some data set up. And what we got from that data ended up being we mulliganed about 38% of the time. So about 60% of the time we were keeping our hand. A lot of that was based off of Sindri and Perona and other cards, but it's kind of rough. Did you have any things that changed your mind from the beginning to the end of this video?
Honestly, I've always felt that like if I don't see Sindri, I'm usually like mulliganing unless it's the perfect hand that I don't need Sindri. And that's the tough part. I mean, it definitely opens my eyes to like now I realize because you don't really think about it when you go one game after another how many times you mulligan.
Yeah.
But when you go multiple hands back to back to back, it really makes you think like, wow, I do kind of mulligan quite a lot with this.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it kind of gets you in a different mindset. Obviously, if you just took these and said, "Am I playing against X deck?" and you did the exact same thing, you would change your opinion, right? It would definitely change, and you actually may even change your build more depending on what you're going to be facing, right? More of, especially going forward. No OPO 7, people can definitely go through these and get that data. But I'm trying to find a very good deck that's consistent, and mulliganing 40% of the time, that's okay. I feel like that's probably going to be either average or I'm seeing where that is. But the thing is, the more you mulligan and you realize how hard it is, you actually are more willing to keep mediocre hands. Where decks like Law, you're actually more willing to mulligan to get high rolling hands because it's kind of an interesting thing now. Now, if your starting hands are just better, you're actually willing to mulligan more because you're going to see better hands, right?
Yeah.
On average. So it's a double effect here, and I think it's going to be really cool when I have a bunch of decks done like this, and you'll see the data. Like, X deck is more consistent than the other one. That's why this one's being played more, right? So,
and you know what the beauty is like I like the idea of this like data pool because a lot of the times I will sit there and I'll think to myself like I should probably be keeping this, but then it kind of like it hits me. I'm like, no, No, there's no way, right? Like I should probably swap this out for just a chance at something better. And then I
Mhm.
realized like my hand was it was mid tier. I should have
Yeah,
just kept it because it wasn't really that
yeah.
bad. I might not have seen certain key pieces, but at the end of the day, it was good
Mhm.
enough that I could have made it work. You
Yeah.
know?
And then there are levels to this. I add another level to it. Let's say you're going second. Your opponent is forced to mulligan first, right? Let's say
Mm,
your opponent basically tells you they have a great hand. They see their hand, they literally tell you, I'm snap keeping this hand,
yeah,
right?
keep.
Now, how does that might change how you mulligan, right?
Right. Yeah.
With if going second, you might actually have to mulligan for a more high roll hand, or you have to keep this hand and hope you draw better because you
Yeah.
need X. That's essentially
Fair.
there's another level to this that people can't unlock yet because really all it simply is just a mulligan, right?
Mm.
But I look into it a little too deep, and that's kind of what I'm going for with this series. But yeah, I do appreciate you coming on here with me. And if you guys haven't already, if you've probably seen my video, you'll see his right in the descriptions. But make sure you guys follow him on Twitter. He is trying to get that Twitter following, and also hit subscribe on his Twitch. I know you guys have those Twitch primes ready and
Yes.
saved. And
Yes.
if you guys ever see us in a live events, just come up and say hi. I know Ian's really awesome when people just come up and say hi to him, and me as well. I'll be in LA and Texas this next few months,
Yeah.
and that's
Sadly, I
basically it.
won't be doing too much traveling this year because I get
Mm.
married in November, so I'm saving money right
Mm.
now.
Yeah,
But
the
you
infamous Ian's getting married excuse.
November, okay?
Yeah.
After November, I can start going out to more offline events, but until then, you will be seeing me in
Oh,
online
that's
events.
gonna be such a big post, man. Oh, Ian's finally
Yeah.
married. We don't have to hear that
Yeah.
excuse anymore, you know. But
That's funny.
that'll be great. Yeah, I know. That's really funny. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you like this video, let me know in the comments and let me know what you want to see next. I'm looking to start doing OPO7 ones because OPO7 is coming up soon. But yeah, make sure you guys hit like if you like the video, subscribe if you aren't subscribed, and we'll see you all in the next one. Ciao.